Hello, we are here. We are bringing focus to love or to body being. So if you're new here, if you listen to this now or later, welcome. You can listen to the words, but the words are not the most important. It is the connection, the guidance towards this quality in yourself, where you open up to the energy, open up to that natural ease that is within you. So if you're new here, welcome, and for old timers, welcome. So today we are talking about love, natural love, that which we naturally encompass when we are a little baby, that which most of us there we are, that which most of us feel sometimes when we have fallen in love. It might be we fall in love with a person, a husband or a wife. We might fall in love with a friend, a girlfriend, with somebody that is smart or feels very emotional or very cool or very pretty, or very supportive, that kind of act like a little bit of a therapist for us. Or we can fall in love with our kids or one of our kids. We can feel like we love them a little differently. So love is kind of something you sometimes is just can feeling of being at home. But there can be different kinds of love when we kind of select different kinds of, we love somebody of our own color or our own gender or own like tribe or nationality. We have different kind of affinities for different things. But all these are kind of ego love. They're all kind of separate boxes where we have kind of separated ourselves into kind of a puzzle where all puzzles are like separate. We're not a complete wholesome picture. So you can kind of come to people and they want to teach you about how to communicate or how to breathe or how to move or to think to kind of get to love with our partner or our friend, or all this stuff is kind of a fixing way of trying to fix reality. So in a way, it's not necessarily so based off of love, it's based off of brokenness. It's based out of kind of desperation, and it's hard to kind of understand that if you really want to tap into love, then you can find love in all places, but it will be you're grabbing onto love and all loves, then you're also afraid of losing it. So it's more of a desperation. It's more of a faithlessness. And pure love, when you kind of connect with it, it is almost you have to let it into yourself again, because we've kind of pushed it away from us. When we're a little baby, we're kind of just belly out, big cheeks, fat cheeks, just open and just kind of at ease, at love, in love. And then We kind of have our teachers, our parents, our siblings, our surroundings, our school, teach. Most people are out of love. Yeah. So when we kind of meet rejection and all these, we feel the disconnection of people being stuck in a dark place. So we kind of expect this to be how we are supposed to engage with life. Instead of being reminded that love can become our graceful place of being again, or it can always remain our essence. So most people are not here to remind, they want to teach. They want to be teachers of spirituality. They want to teach you different things. They want to fix you. That's kind of what people are like, therapy. So most people are wanted to fix something. But fixing something makes stuff not necessarily wholesome. You see people been fixed their whole life and they're still kind of broken, because fixing becomes like desperation. So there needs to be a faith and flow and ease to love, because love comes from gracefulness. So to reconnect with body being, which you had as a little baby, we need maturity, which is I talk about it because it is inside of you. And yet, kind of from going from a broken love to like a pure love, and it's like a whole different energy. So it is like you have to be broken open, and it takes time to allow this energy to come in again. It's because when we feel we have lost love and we have been rejected, we close our heart. And yet when you are in suffering and you are close to your heart, you're still feeling love, but this love feels like sadness, woundedness. And what happens when you close your heart, your whole chest closes. And when your chest closes, your whole body closes. Have you seen old people? Sometimes you can see that they're very hunchback. They're closed. The whole posture is closed. Because when you close your heart, you're still connected to your energy body. But then you have to connect with your mind, with your face. So you open up to stay connected in your disconnectedness. So it's like an act of desperation. People use their nose or their jaw or their eyes. So then you still have to strain. So people tense their teeth, or they tense their nose like I did, use my nose. I got sunburnt all the time here because I was using this as my radar. Some people use their eyes, so they get like bad eye vision. You need glasses all the time. Or they can use your ears, so then you might get like loss of hearing. Because when you tense your organs, you kind of block the energy flow. But you can squeeze it. It's a squeezing. So you still stay connected to love. But it's very like, oh, please. It's very kind of tense and desperate in its energy. So when we are still there, and most people are, so they still like, we have to fix it. We are still fixing, we are still tensing up. And we can tense up and we can get very weird voices because we use our tongue can swell, and we get a lot of cavities or problems with our teeth, or we get very bald, or our hair gets very white because we're squeezing energy through. So body being is kind of realizing that the problem isn't we're kind of lost in a game of wanting love, stay connected. It's an act of desperation, you know. It's like, oh no, I don't want to lose my friends, I don't want to lose the connection to love with my husband or with my kids or with my friends. So we always just have to fix how to make them love us, how to be nice. So the kindness that we think is loving is mostly out of this, how to make them still love us. It's like how society works. We have to give, or you, when your kids, like, I have to give so much to my kids, so many gifts, so much. I have to make it so effortless, so like that you don't have to choose anything. Everything is just given to you. This is kind of what the socialist kind of, that's why it sounds so good. Like, well, everything is just given to you. But in an essence, when you return to love and you return to grace, when you turn to life, then you realize that life is already given to you. You just have to receive it as well. And to receive it, you have to return to love and realize that the essence of love is not attached to all these things. It is kind of a divine love or a mature love, a peaceful love. So then to give from love is more giving from grace. To open up your body, you're not squeezing energy, but you're relaxing into your body. So it's like, that's why this takes time. That's why I share it a little bit at a time, because we're opening up energy every time you tune in here. And then you have to let it into you. It's almost like a breath, but it's just kind of energy just coming into you. Or it's just like you smile at life, you smile at your surroundings, and you let it in. So when we dare to kind of understand that our essence is love, then we have to start from ourselves. And then what happens is, then instead of squeezing for love, we have to dare to have faith, we have to relax, you have to dare to be at ease. That's when the love flows naturally. So then the whole body can open up. Your whole chest your belly can open up. Your whole hips can open up. Your whole chest can open up. Your whole neck, everything can open up. So we kind of get broken open because we're so used to squeezing for love, which is a fight for love. It makes us exhausted because we're always setting out this, that we're not worthy, the life is broken. Because when you're wounded and you feel devoid of love, you start to feel lost because you're in the dark. And then when you feel lost, then when you look at life, everything feels broken. So that's where we connected. Our love is a broken love. We're separate in different pieces. Here it is, we're allowing these different pieces to come together back in, and then the love becomes something that can start flowing. And that can be painful, because then that energy will break open your body again, because you're not fighting and desperate about it, but you're allowing it in, and then it opens up. And then you're starting to kind of connect with that center of your body, of your being, that is love, that is easefully, effortlessly flowing, gracefully flowing. It's like completely non-doing, effortlessness. So from that place, then you're just embracing life. You're embracing God, you're embracing spirit, you're embracing yourself. Your body is relaxing. So that is love manifested. And that is what body being kind of represents. So So then the body can seem like it's healing, but is actually a little bit uncomfortable because the channels within ourselves, we've squeezed the energy in our body, because we're squeezing is a way of moving energy, but that's more the masculine, where we sit in the cave squeezing our body for 50 years instead of relaxing our body for eternity and just allowing energy to just flow through you and with you and alongside of you, and let your life be nurtured from this graceful energy that is God-given, purely divine, but also infused in the earth and in our body and everywhere. So that is where love can be a physical thing, and it can become something natural. So natural that you don't have to think about it. Some people are so open and desperate about love that they feel love all the time. It's a disconnection too. If you're too open or too close, it's a disconnection. You want it to be kind of forgetful. It's just like, yeah, it's home. Love is just the essence of nature. When you're with somebody who's just like, oh, it just feels like home. Remember, like, you kind of forget what love is. When people talk about it when you're a kid, and be like, well, I guess I love my parents. It's just kind of just, oh, I guess I love people, but it's just there. So you can kind of let, your friends return to that, your family, your kids, your work, your sexuality, your body, your different kind of cultures, your genders, colors, all these different kinds of, all these different pieces of puzzle can return and become loving, can come into the same essence. So then it becomes the mind connects with your heart, connects with your body, which some old traditions talk about. So this is not really something new, but what is new is that we can so easily connect now because we have internet. The energy has kind of been, and the maturity of humanity has come to a place where it seems to not be mature, but at the same time, we're all connected. So everybody seems to be at war with each other, but actually it's just because now you have to come to the maturity of choosing love, choosing forgiveness. So the choice, we've never been given the choice before because we never needed to. We were protected in a country or with our friends or with our family or with our husband or wife. But now we have to choose it. That is true awakening. You have to dare to choose it, open to it. And you can say, well, I tried that, but I got rejected, I got hurt. Yes, when you choose it from a wounded place, so it takes time to realize what it is and have faith and find it because it is within you, but you have forgotten about it. So it is lost somewhat. So I'm kind of reminding you about it because it will, if you give it time and you show up and you dare to be guided, you will suddenly find. And when you find, you're like, oh my God, it was so easy. And then the process is still an integration process. So with that said, let's kind of just the second part, which you might have already kind of tuned into, which is just kind of just listening to my body, watching me, and kind of just like a monkey, just kind of connect. And monkey see, monkey do. It's so easy. Like you see animals who just naturally are in love. We just have our mind who's like, I don't believe it. So that's where there requires a showing up. There requires a faith to be like, ooh, maybe he does know what he talks about. Maybe I have to dare to surrender to it. Maybe I have to dare to trust in it. That is what we are struggling with in our society. trusting in the teacher, trusting somebody that has been to the other side, that has entered into this blessed state and has brought body being, which is a kind of a deeper and longer journey, because your whole body will shift. It's not what a lot of teachers have done in the past, where they have kind of squeezed it from the masculine. They become kind of teachers of certain aspects of love or spirituality, but most people have forgotten that all these traditions are unified inside of you as love, in the simplicity and ease of love. Yes. And then the breath comes in and it's like, yes, of course it is. That is truth. So we have to dare to return to truth, because we have gotten seduced and lied to so much that we have gotten lost on our way. So we have to dare to trust that there is something of truth inside of us, and that when we're ready to listen to a teacher of truth, so that you can be guided back to truth, that of love. Yes, so let's just open up. Sit like this, open up with your legs. Then you open up your groin, open up your chest, open up your neck, open up your arms, your hands, your feet. And allow yourself to receive. And just like today was like a beautiful warm day, just when we open up now with the session, because all of life comes in and just embraces this moment, embraces you in this moment. So allow yourself to just sink into it and receive the graceful energy of love, the graceful energy of the divine, of God, of life, whatever you're connected to and resonates with you. It don't matter. Your ego will have to go through all these things, these words, on its path towards love, towards truth. Yeah, and then it kind of comes all the way down into your feet and into your earth, and then it comes up through. And today I'm dressed in white. It's kind of symbolic. I wore the same shirt like maybe 15 years ago or something. Yeah. When I first came to America and found love in the desert, or found a life, or found connected to this land again. It's like connecting to Europe and America is kind of, we're opening up, connecting. Through America, we've connected throughout the world. Connecting all the grains and bringing humanity together. Good. And the chest opens up and the energy moves through the chest and up the spine and up the head. And we are coming back in to close off this day. And if you are wondering about the next retreat, it will be in the end of May, beginning of June. Beginning of June, I think it was the 3rd to the 6th or something like that. You will see it. So it's a couple of months. And yeah, my book is coming out. There's some beautiful stuff happening. So stay tuned and come back on these Wednesdays. And if you're new, follow and like and subscribe and give it a little text about stuff if there's questions, or DM me on the side. And it's always beautiful to hear how people connect with the message and what's going on. So I will talk to you again soon. Have a beautiful day, guys. See ya.